I just wanted to talk about what Halloween means to me. When I think of Halloween, I think of changing of the seasons, like changing of the guards. I think of time passing by, you getting older. You feel a little more like a skeleton or something. All the symbols of Halloween are symbols of different things. Like the witch is what you look like when you get older. You look like a witch. Um, and you think of the magic you have to cast upon yourself in order to live another year. It really is living really is a magical thing, and I because when it gets colder out, it's harder to well, it's easier to breathe in my state of Florida, but it's harder to breathe in up north where it gets really cold. I mean, it's not harder to breathe. It gets your life can be in danger if you spend too much time outside. You can get frostbite. So it's a and people die from pneumonia and the flu. Like what's her name? That one girl just died from pneumonia. I forgot her name. And he was a really famous person just died from pneumonia. And the thing is as the times of years change, this is where you start to feel yourself getting sicker or whatever because you're not ready for the holiday season. This is the beginning of the holiday season, and then you're gonna see all your family and stuff in November and Thanksgiving and Christmas, but you're excuse me you're going to you're going to feel like you're alone. It's also cuffing season. Fall is the beginning of cuffing season. Cuffing season goes through February into March. The cuffing season probably ends around April, around the beginning of the summer, and the people get uncuffed around April, the beginning of the summer. But cuffing season starts in September, October. People start to get cuffed together, and they start to holding hands, and they start being like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to spend my time with. This is who I want to be with. And that's what I think of Halloween. I think of Halloween as the beginning of cuffing season. And if you don't find someone, then you're going to be alone for another year. But it's pretty disappointing. But I also get scared sometimes because as the cold weather comes, like you want to be with someone in the cold weather, but it doesn't really matter in Florida because it doesn't really get that cold in Florida. But I think if I lived up north, those people would rather be with someone when it gets cold out. That's probably one of the reasons I probably don't want to move up north because I don't want to be with anyone when it gets cold out. I like being by myself. Um, yeah, so I think that Halloween is kind of a scary time of year, and they try to make all those spooky faces on the Halloween pumpkins and costumes and stuff because they're trying to scare you. Because this is I think it's good to be scared sometimes. I think it's good to be afraid sometimes. Fear is a completely natural feeling. Fear is a completely natural emotion. If you don't feel fear at all in your life, you're doing something completely wrong. You should feel fear sometimes. You should feel it like a lot actually. It's fight or flight. You should feel fear a lot of times, and that's part of the Halloween tradition is making yourself feel fear through movies or TV shows or stuff that kind of are spooky or whatever. But mostly movies, I guess. Um, Horror movies are just scary dramas or whatever. Uh, um, or romantic horror even. There's lots of different types of horror movies that they make. Nowadays, they've always made horror movies, going back to Frankenstein and Dracula, and going back to Scooby Doo was a TV show. Scooby Doo was like a Halloween TV show. Every episode was like Halloween because they all dress up as ghosts or goblins or whatever. And that's just Scooby Doo reminds me of like Halloween TV show. Okay, so is there anything else I have to say? What Halloween means to me is I try not to get too scared. As I'm with my family now, so I feel more comfortable living with my mom than I used to when I was living on my own. So like I feel better now. I feel less scared than I did a few for the last few years because when I was living on my own, it's kind of like all you have is roommates, and your roommates, who knows what they're into. You don't want to live with roommates. Obviously, I got so tired of living with roommates. It's unbelievable. So thank you for watching. So I like Halloween though. I think Halloween's a good thing. I think Halloween's a very important time of year. It's very, very good to have it. A lot of Christians don't like Halloween because they think it's like evil devil messages or something. But no, I think Halloween. I think the devil is part of everyday life, and you should be thinking about the devil, and you should be thinking about exorcisms and all that stuff, and you should be thinking about evil. Evil is a natural part of life, and you need to focus on it. That's why you can read that in the Bible, or you can, you get that stuff and do like pictures of pumpkins that are carved into ghosts and goblins or whatever. But anyways, thank you for watching. I like Halloween. It's a great holiday, but it's also kind of depressing because it's changing the seasons. It gets colder out, and it's another year I'm going to be lonely. But thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.